Doing well. I said I would pop onto the channel and have a chat with you. So I just removed this picture first of all. You can hear me, but you can't see me. Poor Callum McGregor. You can see that it looks like this yellow paint all over his face in the picture. Just the design I put up. So you're all welcome along. A very happy Saturday night. Our first away game of the season compared to football as well against Hibs tomorrow. How are we all feeling? How are we all feeling going to this game tomorrow, 12:30 kickoff? I'm feeling a bit anxious. Brendan's record at Easter Road's not the most comprehensive in his 2 times at Celtic. We done well last week. 4-0 last week. Can we get another 4 goals this weekend? Maybe. Just want to give a shout out to Ronnie for this cracking hoodie as well. Thanks very much, Saturday Heroes. Cracking hoodie, really comfortable. What's that a pop on tonight? It's obviously mostly about the game. I know people are going to ask me about transfers. So kind of very, very repetitive of what we've done, what we've been doing the last 6 weeks, isn't it? 6 weeks. Yellow jersey as well tomorrow. So bit of change. Hail, Robert. Hail, Paul. How's it going, Tommy? Hope you're well. 4-0 boys. Just seeing them got done with St. Mirren. Yeah, they got smashed by St. Mirren last week in Paisley. Hibs, a lot of people are tipping them to be in the relegation battle this season as well. Obviously don't have an experienced manager. Sir Gray is their gaffer. But I'm getting to the stage where we don't have cover left back. We're going to a game where Robinson could play if Taylor gets injured. Montgomery could play if Atate could play left back as well. I just think it is absolutely desperate that we're in this position into the second game of the season, and I don't want to come across as I'm moaning about folks. I'm beyond astonished that we're actually at this stage, to be honest. Some people are like, it's the same tactics, it's the same malarkey from the board. Very, are they learning from last year, from the mistakes that they made getting players in where they didn't settle? They weren't good enough. Because I just feel like we're dragging our feet on this. I really feel like we're dragging our feet going into the end of this transfer window. Yeah, we're linked with players, but, I'm not expecting every player that we're linked with to come to Celtic. We've been linked with a couple of Liverpool players. That's blown out of water. It's a difficult game tomorrow. Difficult game. We're going to go through a record against Hibs of all competitions. We're going to put that up on the screen. And also, we hopefully will win. Yeah, confident. Well, hopefully we will win. And yeah, be wearing this fantastic jersey tomorrow as well. I just put this together on Canva. And, I just added Callum McGregor into the middle, into the right-hand side of the picture. I didn't realise there's yellow blotchy paint on his face, but look, it is what it is. It's good. I think it's good design, So this is my starting lineup for tomorrow. Alistair Johnson right back, Greg Taylor left back, Kasper Schmeichel's first competitive away game for Celtic. Did he play against Hibs again when he was at Falkirk? Yeah, more like he probably did. Yeah, Hibs were in the league then. Yeah, so he probably would have played against Hibs, home and away. Liam Scales' birthday boy this week he was. So his hopefully he can come up with a goal like he did last week. Cameron Carter-Vickers, Callum McGregor. Just want to say happy retirement to Callum McGregor regards his international career. Obviously, he's doing what Scott Brown done, brushing off international football, focusing on his club career, trying to get more years out of himself. He hasn't got a break. He really hasn't got a break the last 3 years. He's probably been one of the most worked players in world football, from the amount of games Celtic play, to international football. He just physically never got a break. And that's what I think. I think with Callum McGregor in the Euros, I just think he looked burnt out. He looks like he was sussed. And I don't want to speak bad about our captain, but that's the God honest truth. I think he was absolutely, the whole Scotland thing were bleeding brutal in the Euros. But yeah. I think it's good news for Celtic. He's obviously played 63 games for Scotland, 7 goals, I heard. But delighted that he's going to focus on the most important thing, which is club matters and being the captain. And you're seeing these injuries he keeps getting towards the end of the season or halfway through the season where we're trying to get him back for the crunch fixtures. So yeah, Callum, look, a big game tomorrow. Has he ever scored at Easter Road? I don't think so. I actually don't think he's ever scored at Easter Road. James Forrest loves a goal at Easter Road in the yellow jersey as well. He scored in the yellow jersey away to Hibs. I remember we played Hibs in Brendan Rodgers' first term around, and the second season, because we had the mint green short and then the dark green short, we had to bring the pink jersey of retirement to play them. And obviously we lost that day. We lost 2-1 that day, and so I was sitting down with my partner the other night, and she was like, it was like 12 o'clock in the night. And she was like to me, Keith, I'm just going to pick random games. See, can you remember these games? She started throwing dates at me. And she's like, Hearts, 10th of October, 2012, I think it was. What score was it? And I was like, right, as far as I know, I remember Samara scored and we wore the white jersey, third jersey. She's like, oh, that's mad. So you can remember that? I was like, I know. And then she threw another one at me. She's like, who scored when Celtic played Hibs at Easter Road? I was like, Edward scored that day. We lost 2-1. She's like, how do you remember? I was like, I just remember certain fixtures and certain times going into certain games, but don't remember everything, You go back to the 2000s and 2002s, I wouldn't have a clue. You'll catch me out real easy regards to trivias. But we're going to go through the comments. I don't want to keep blowing your ears off. I'm trying to think for a second there. So let's kick in. I'm not putting the Celtic light on tonight because it just look brutal with the shading. But yeah, here we go. This makes sense to you, right? So here we go. This is Celtic. 92 games against Hibs. We have 56 wins, 23 draws, 13 wins for Hibs. Look who's actually the surprise most goals in this fixture. John Hartson, 14 goals. Quite surprising. So this is us up here. These are the fixtures that lined up for Hibs. Last time around, we won 2-1 at Easter Road, Adamida. This is desperate. 18,000. They can never fill Easter Road. That club's a shambles. Honestly, Hibs are a shambles. The only thing they ever done decent was give us players to start our club up. That was the only thing. They tried to ban the tricolour from Celtic Park in the 50s. That chairman did. They're just, I can't stand this whole, green, white, and black Union Jack layout. Like, they don't have a clue. They honestly don't have a clue. The only time I actually ever backed Hibs was in the Scottish Cup final in 2016. I just don't like Hibs. I'm sorry, I just don't like Hibs. Hate playing them more than I hate playing Hearts. I know it sounds crazy, but I just that League Cup final when Kyogo came up with the equaliser and then the lob a couple of minutes after was spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. So here's a couple of games here. 4-1 Celtic Park. That was a good game. Remember that. We were on a kind of bit of a weird stage at that time, going into Christmas. But yeah, we lost 4-2. That was towards the end of the season. I remember Maeda got sent off in that game. We'll go back. Look at, like, Hibs love a point against Celtic. They love an absolute point against Celtic. Let's see here. Let's see what we say. A win will do us nicely. Looking forward to it. Hope so. People are saying, forgot Ida is no longer worth the hassle. So the whole situation with Ida, I actually turned the Norwich game on today. I watched it on the stream, and I watched the first half an hour of it. Obviously, he didn't come on to the 61st minute, and I was just like, what? I'd love to see Norwich get relegated this season. It's just the manager, the way he speaks, the way they're going on, like, they just think they're a massive club. They just go on like they think that they're beyond good, too good for that championship. I'm just having a moment tonight. I'm having an absolute dig at Hibs, at Norwich, at the board as well at times, because I'm expecting us to actually do a bit more productive, But just give me 2 seconds, folks. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I'm still here, folks. Don't worry, I haven't run off and answered the door to the Just Eat man. Don't worry, I was just topping up my drink. Let's go into the comments. Danny, how are you getting on? Hope you're well. Never wanted to eat an old-fashioned centre forward. Nobody wants anymore. If Miovski's still available, let's go and get him. The whole problem with Miovski is there's been 3 or 4 clubs interested in signing him. His preferred destination is Spain. Obviously, the head of Verona were interested in him. There was Genoa of Serie A that were interested. There was Espanyol, and there's Girona as well. Girona done pretty decent last season, as far as I remember, in the La Liga. I think they were top of La Liga for a good few months. But if we can get Miovski in, I pay the 6 million. I just think this is. I don't know if it's bad on Celtic's part, or I don't know if it's just bad on Norwich's part. I don't know really what's going on here. It's strange. It's just strange. I think Norwich are just holding off because they sold one of their players the other day. I think that guy Sarah or something like that. They sold him the other day, so they're looking to try to get more dosh. But I agree with you. You know, it's just. I thought Miovski actually played well against St. Johnstone the other night. I was out with the missus in the. I was going to say the pub in a restaurant, and the St. Johnstone game was on, and he was playing. Aberdeen, obviously Aberdeen were playing. And I thought he played well. He obviously hit the crossbar. And I was like, I got to the stage where I was watching. I was like, I'd just rather get him in the door. At least have someone we know that can actually do a job in the league. Adam can do a job in the league, but it's this whole, like, the guy wants to come to Celtic. It's not a case that he doesn't want to come to Celtic. Norwich are taking the piss with it. They're actually taking the piss. Great for you, that club. I was at Easter Road a few weeks ago for a League Cup game. Loads of potential, but they can't get it right if the main second club, but nah. Do you think Jeffrey Shrupp, he's a versatile player? I would love to get him in. I watched a couple of his YouTube. I watched a couple of the YouTube clips about him. He looks powerful on the left flank, and he can hit a ball as well. He can hit a ball. So I recommend to anyone after this podcast, just type his name in, and you'll see a goal he scored against Fulham, an absolute belter. Probably up there for goal of the season, but was supposed to be in for Shrupp, but whatever his name is, we aren't in for him. We've inquired about him. Palace want to sell him. There's 1 year left in his contract. 5'10", 31 years of age, represented Ghana over 24 times. He's played 250 games in the Premier League for Palace. He's been at Palace since 2017. He's played 150 games for Leicester City as well. Played obviously Championship with them, then won the Premier League as well. So he knows Casper. But I just think it just looks dead. I know these names are being linked to us, but there's just been desperate recruitment this window. Like, I'm delighted we got Casper. The only reason we got Casper Schmeichel was Brendan Rodgers probably just said, I'll give Casper Schmeichel a call. He's a free agent. It's probably just, I feel like it's just gone back to the Ange's fourth season where he start making these calls and doing the recruitment himself. I just feel Brendan's not getting the money and getting the tools to go to a level. And I know some Celtic fans are pretty happy at the level of just competing domestically, going for a treble. And yet it's amazing. It is amazing, but you want to go to another level. There's no point of us getting into the Champions League and getting stamped every single game. I've said this so many times on the channel. Why can we not go back to the Gordon Strachan days where we had players in that team that actually fought for the shorts? They were grafters. Take it to the team, Take it to the team that's against us. Let's see, Stephen. Either will be at Celtic in the next few days. The deals are just about done. Celtic could end up just getting them for 16 million, Keith. Don't forget Bernardo, 6.5, but got him for 3 points. But we shouldn't be hustling down to this money, Stephen. We have money there. We're not like other clubs in the league that's like has to hustle down money. We have money there. We're going to make money. We're going to make 3 million off. 2 million guaranteed off Bosan Lahal. We've made money off We've made money off Haksmanovic. I don't know how much. We made money off Rokavate. Like, just like this cleared up there. It's just this money that we're basically made in. It's just net. We haven't actually digged into that chest yet. Paolo Bernardo was 3.5 million. I hope you get him. I really do hope. Celtic messed around with the Miovski and blew it. Do you know what? I'm going to get him for 6 million. Yeah, they will. They probably will. Janona, sorry. Either for me, every player is his price. That's what I'm trying to say. There was people that disagreed with me the other night on the podcast. That's completely fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm not going to chase you for disagreeing with me. Everyone's entitled to a point. I'm not accurate on everything I say. But what I'd say about Ida is, as the potential of a 23-year-old scoring them big games, big goals in the big games, he still has to taste European experience as well. We could get a player here where he could move up in the valuation. We could sell it. We could get a player that we could make maybe double the amount on a sale if he plays the right football and wins the right trophies and keeps himself fit. So I'm just comparing to Edward. I know people don't like that comparison. French Eddie was brilliant when he came in, done the job on PSG on loan. Then we bought him for 9 million. I think this is back to 2018, folks. Markets have moved. Cost of living's gone up, inflation's gone up, transfer market's gone up, everything's gone up. And we need to understand that you can't keep bargain basement. You can't keep doing this bargain basement stuff. I'm confident that we will get these players in. We'll get players in by the end of the window. But I'm getting annoyed talking about it so much because everyone's asking me. And I want players brought in as much as you do. I want to see, a new number 9, a second choice striker, a left back to give Greg Taylor a run. This time last season I wasn't confident about Greg Taylor at all. I was actually more Bear the Bay than Taylor, funny enough. But because you'd had decent pre-season. But we'll go through it. Go through all the comments. There's loads of comments coming in. 32 people on tonight. Please subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to donate to the channel, there's a 99 pence subscription. If you want to, it's the only way I make money these days. I don't make it off views. I have to hit target views anyway to keep people interested in the channel. That's all it is. No one has offered the correct cash for Miovski Keith. So you could buy him for 5 million, and then the sheep in the middle. But yeah, I think he's 2 years left in his Aberdeen deal, if I'm correct. Not a bad record. We'll actually go into these stats while we're here. I think I spelled his name wrong there for a minute. Let me see. I have him now. Here we are. Let's click the present the screen. Right. Yeah, he's 2 years left in his deal. 4 million he's worth at the moment. Transfer market are putting him at. Like, they got him for literally 700 grand from Budapest. Hungarian football. Stupid pop-up things. They always come up. It's bleeding brutal. Let me see. We'll go into his stats. What he's done so far for Aberdeen. We know he has goals on him. I'm surprised no one's mentioned Lauren Shankland on the channel tonight. Surprised with that. So there we go. 97 games for Aberdeen. 44 goals, 7 assists. Should be taking him. Should be taking him, folks. It's just ridiculous. Just there you go. On the right hand side of the screen, folks. 97, 44. That's who we should be aiming for. Pretty decent in the air as well. Good at holding up the ball, fast. We know what Miovski has as a player. He's caused trouble against us last season. Made a show of our defence, especially at Batodri, that 2 games. Even in the cup semi-finals, he just caused us trouble. A lot of people don't like his attitude, but let him do his talking on the pitch when he's scoring goals for us. That's what I would say. As I said, I'm on the channel tonight. I made it just a normal video. If we don't have Adamida in by Wednesday, I'm done talking about him on the channel. I just feel sorry for you to have to keep coming in, and I feel like I'm saying the same stuff. That's not just, it's not just myself. I'm sure there's others that are doing it. There are others that are fed up talking with the same saga. These are all listening to the same thing all the time. It's not a roundabout. We want to move forward, not keep going around in the same circles. 4-0 tomorrow. Hope so. Defo. Let me see. We wearing the yellow away jersey tomorrow. Of course, we'll be wearing that tomorrow. Definitely. I wish he was in air yellow tomorrow, but he won't be. Wearing this bad boy tomorrow. The one on the top right hand side, as you see. These are all pictures. These are all leaked pictures. But it was to be. I know people have asked me about the camouflage jersey. Mixed views about it. Need to get more images regards to it. I like it. It's more. I need to see it. I know some people are saying look more of a training top. I need to see it kind of in the flesh, or see a proper picture of a player wearing it and see exactly the full review on it. Missed the golden chance there for the Bumblebee. Missed the golden chance, to be honest, which is should have been the Bumblebee. I'm gonna wear my Bumblebee tomorrow, my 2009 one. But let's see what this says. How's it going, Rap? Hope you're well. Rodgers done this the last time. Wanted a player out of Celtic's budget. When he moved down, the same guy he played. That's the issue. We need to break the bank though, Rap. We do. Like there's 100 million in the bank. And why are they not breaking the bank? Even put 25 million in. Like, I think the problem is with Celtic is because we don't play in a really competitive league compared to the English Premier League. Getting players up the road, you're getting these salaries. Are you going to give a better salary than Callum McGregor, Kasper Schmeichel? Then it looks like these players that are brought in are the MVPs. It just kind of reminds me of NFL a bit. I know there's like certain salary caps and stuff. I think Celtic are kind of in that structure with the salary caps and all that because you don't like giving a player too much money in case that they flop. But if we get the right players, then they shouldn't flop. Do you remember Scott Sinclair came in and look what he done? Oh, Scotty boy, he's now the captain of Bristol Rovers. Is it Bristol Rovers? No, is it Bristol City or Bristol Rovers? He's the captain anyway. I think it's Bristol City. No, Bristol Rovers. Sorry, Bristol Rovers. But I'm delighted for Scott. What a career. I felt sorry when he left Celtic. I really did. Felt sorry for him. Lenny obviously pushed him at the door. The board pushed him at the door. But he had potential. Scott scored some phenomenal goals for Celtic. His fourth season, it was unbelievable. Second season, he was class. Even the treble season, he scored some big goals. Remember, he scored against Aberdeen away, a hat-trick. Was a hat-trick or 4 goals? I think it was a hat-trick. Let's see. Shanklin's off abroad next year for the big payday. Doesn't want that crap. Probably is. 29 this month, I think. Don't understand why we can't spend and start to become a pattern. People like Celtic podcasts, a lot of Celtic podcasts have addressed it. Like, I felt like all the lads do a great job. Like the likes of Ryan, the likes of, Celtic Fan TV, Axon, Unrestricted View. They all done the same, even the Celtic way. They all done the same video pattern the other night. Money forecast is announced, and they're all out saying the same thing, folks. Say more. 20-minute teams as well. They've all say more that why are the board not spending it? Like, I understand that you have to have a backup option in case if we're not successful this following season, getting into the Champions League, you have to have some money there. I can understand that, but come on, 25 million, just spend it. If Matt O'Reilly goes in this window, that 25 million is going to be just used in his money, like the way we use Jota's money. We actually didn't go into the net spending. That's what the problem is. That's the problem. We need to start spending money and backing the manager. Like, there's no point in bringing Brendan back and giving him, half the bus fare to do the job. You know, we're playing with risks. I think we'll win the league, 100%. But I don't think it's going to be easy as people expect it. I think there's problems ahead, and I mean, I think we'll cruise the league, but I mean problems ahead in Europe. I think there's problems ahead, injury front, or just not adding enough quality. Simple as. The football we played last season, I spent half of last season moaning about how bad we were, and it's the truth. We were absolutely brutal at times, but we got the job done. You know, you have to give the praise to the players towards the final third of the season. They got together. You know, Rio came back, CCV came back, Callum came back, and you could just see that we were going level to level, and hopefully we can do better this season. You know, don't be letting the likes of Kilmarnock taking points off us. I know we beat Kilmarnock the other day, but going to rugby park and getting like just going to Easter Road tomorrow and actually smashing them. Go out and be, as Brendan always says, aggressive in our play. Be aggressive in our play, you know. Under the new Champions League format, guaranteed 7 games. Well, 8 games. We won't be chopping and changing a bit. Chopping a bit. But they won't spend. That's the thing. They need to start spending. Like, even just get 2 players in and spend on them, and then get a loan player in. Like, just spend. We're not asking to go out and spend 20 million on a player. All we're asking is to go out and actually spend about 6 or 7 million on a quality player, you know? And I know they put a bid in for Adamida, and you could see that there's actually, you know, strides there, but let's get results. Let's get people in the door. And do you feel like Rodgers has been support from day one? No. I had this conversation around March last season with a taxi driver, and I said I truly believe he was sold a broken bone. You know, I just feel like, yeah, they got him back in the door. Obviously, the way he left the club wasn't healthy, you know, and a lot of fans have forgiven him. I put a video up the other day on the press conference he done with Leicester after he left Celtic, saying that the Celtic fans were hurt and they gave him everything. But it's in the past. I just feel like he knows what he's dealing with. He knows what he's doing with regards to recruitment and getting players in, salaries, and, you know, Celtic as a club speaks volume for itself, as Joe Hart says. There's no point in me trying to explain the club, sell the club to you. You all know how big of a club it is. Yeah, it's ran quite well, but it's getting the right players in. You know, you need to get people that see that appetite of, you know, want to play for Celtic for 3 years and win trophies and be on less the salary than they were at a Premier League team. And that's the realistic truth about behind it, you know. As much as we adore these players that come in the door and we all give them chances, but, you know, you could go to not gonna say Norwich, you could go to a club like Brentford and be on 3 times the salary, at twice the salary, and, you know, playing against better opposition week in, week out. The only thing that we have appealing to us is the Champions League this season and the derbies. And obviously record season ticket holders as well, but it's not guaranteed in the winter. You're going to have a full house at Celtic Park. You get, 80% of the stadium full up. So I just feel with Brendan, back to your question, Tommy, I just feel like he knows what he was signing up for. He knows he wasn't getting, you know, the promises that he think he was going to get. And as I said, I hope the board will back him towards the end of this window. So, like, there's enough evidence there that they should be backing him. You know, 3 exactly. Trying to physical strategy. Like, we don't even have a director of football. We don't have it. We don't have a head of scouting. Mark Lawwell left at the end of last season. As I said, as an operations regards to having a middleman for Brendan, the middleman is Michael Nicholson. you know, and then there's Peter Lawwell, who's non-executive. I'd just like to see us just do a little bit more, folks. And as I said, I'm not. This podcast is not about to be negative. I'm just looking at it from my head as a perspective. Go out and spend 20 million. Just go out and get 7 million on a striker, 6 or 7 million on a striker. Go out and spend 5 million on a left back, and then put a loan fee in for a player for a season, if it's a centre back or a left back, you know. But yeah, of course, that's the ideal of it. You know, we've done. Oh, don't get me wrong. I have to give it to them where the credit's due. Regards to, I thought getting Kasper's in is a good bit of business. I think getting Sinsalo in is a good bit of business as well. I have to give them the grade there. They did address that. You know, we were all calling keeper. We're all getting a bit risky, saying, "Oh, is it going to be Scott Bain goal against Killie the opening game of the season?" Look, we got Kasper in for the second preseason game of the US. So yeah, you know, give them the credits due. We got Bernardo back. You know, Bernardo's gone back into his fault. You know, so he's not in to replace Matt O'Reilly. Some people feel this conspiracy where he's brought in to replace Matt O'Reilly. If Matt O'Reilly sold, we won't use that money. Time will tell, folks. We can all put them assumptions ahead for the next 2 or 3 weeks, but time will tell. So I'm going to get down to that happy birthday one as well. Rodgers signed off on transfers last season. Yeah, he was eating his words. I agree with you. Like some of the, like you go back over some of the conferences, and it was like he's like, I have full trust with the recruitment, and he's talking about how impressed he was with the recruitment when he took the job. I was just like, Brendan, stop talking spiel. Just be honest. Don't. I'm sure he is stubborn. You know, would you sign Ida as of right now? As I said, I would sign Ida if we don't get him by Wednesday. It's a no for me. We have just over 2 weeks to go then the window. Spending 40 million wouldn't make a difference in Europe. Look at some of those English teams spending over $1 billion. It would make a difference because we're playing against different caliber this season. Like the Champions League, it's a new format. It's a new format. We could play against really hot top guns in the league format, or really, you know, teams that are there below us. It can make a difference. Making the difference is going out and getting the victory and getting the prize money. It is, mate. It's giving these players a stage to play on. Also, as a marketing perspective, and making money out of these players by giving them that Champions League. For example, that Michel Ange Balikwisha, the guy from Royal Antwerp, the reason why his valuation is high is because he's played in the Champions League, played 7 games in the Champions League, and scored a few goals. That's the reason why, you know. Happy birthday to Killian. Happy birthday, Killian. I hope you have a good one. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I hope you get spoiled. I hope you get the 3 points tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching the channel as well, Killian. You know, really good to see people tuning in tonight. 39 people tuning in. As I said, all I'm looking for is new subscribers. If you want to go the extra level, the regular people, just join the membership for 99 pence. It's a month membership. As I said, down the line, I've said this for the last year. I'm planning to get stickers made. I'm planning to bring merch out. That's the plan. I'm planning to get better picture quality on the channel. I'm doing stuff in the background to make this channel a bit more user friendly and more enjoyable for you. Patience. I'm getting there. So oh, you're going to the game tomorrow. That's good to see. That's good to see. Never know. Don't even know what you look like, but see on the telly. You don't be jumping onto that. Don't be shaking onto that bitch and running after the players. No, have a great birthday. Have a great birthday, honestly. Hope it's a good one. But as I said, regards to Matt O'Reilly, it was confirmed by Sky Sports. It was confirmed by Fabrizio Romero that Atalanta had placed a fourth bid of 23 million euros, which is £20,000. No additional add-ons from Matt O'Reilly. They're having a laugh. Like, understand they have finances, but they won the Europa League. They're playing the Champions League this year. They have money behind them. They finished in the top four in Italy. Like Atalanta are a decent team. Like we've seen how quick they took the game to Bayer Leverkusen in the Europa League final and smashed them. But my prediction on the whole Matt O'Reilly thing, as I said, I think he'll go to the Premier League. I think he will go to the Premier League. If we accept 30 million, I know Fabrizio said 28 million. I think if Celtic accept 28 million with add-ons, we're winning on this. As I said, we don't have to sell. We're not in a desperate position to sell here. It's not like 10 years ago where we got our Fraser Fosters or our Wanyamas or Hoopers. You know, we don't need to sell. You know, Van Dijk as well. The squad is looking good, but the squad could be better, as we've said the last 20 minutes. And I mean, better by adding reinforcements in certain positions. You know, that's all it is. Anyone else wants that? So this is my team. As I said, this is my team for tomorrow. McGregor, O'Reilly, Rio Tate, Jamesy on the left, because Jamesy played quite well against Kilmarnock on the left. I don't think Maeda is going to be even available for tomorrow, looks like. He's still struggling. Nicholas Kuhn done really well against Kilmarnock, done well in pre-season. I've been impressed with Nicholas Kuhn so far. I think he's had to come back strong. Looks good. You know, he keeps playing the way he's going. He might even get a call up for Germany at this rate. He plays in that position. Sané for Germany. It's a good bit away. He needs to get the Champions League experience in and make a statement in Europe. Then obviously Kyogo front. I wouldn't even start Palmer tomorrow. I'd be going for Jamesy. Jamesy loves a goal against Hibs. Some really goal. I remember Jamesy's got a cracker against Hibs in the Scottish Cup quarter-final of 18-19 season. And Bruni scored that day as well. I think Sinclair scored as well. I think it was 3-1. But Jamesy also the foot to 2-all game as well. Nike. We had the yellow jersey with the pinstripes on it. But that's the midfield I'd stick on. Yeah, the midfield. Like, I think a game tomorrow. Look, we went there last season, early enough last season, and it was a 0-all game. And then obviously we went there in the new year and we won 2-1. Tricky team, Hibs. Always are. Always up for it. Obviously, the allocation's being cut. It's not 3,000 fans anymore. That's been cut down to nearly, I think it's 1,200, if I'm correct. And they're blaming it down to Rangers' behaviour over the fixtures. So they just said, you know what, they want to cut this old firm allocation. I just think it's killing Scottish football in general. I think every club that do this, especially when they're on the telly, you're seeing these stands being half full. Well, they could have, do what Levy do, give the allocation, but they don't want it. Hibs, their season tickets are down by 18% this year alone. It just annoys me. That club just annoys me the way that deal as a business. And I hope he pumped it tomorrow. Really do. Love the show. Always awesome. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it. I'll say Bernardo will instead of Hatate. Yeah, why not? Play Bernardo for 50 minutes, 60 minutes and bring Rio on. Outing home as well. Palmer on the wing. Johnson Palmer as a sub. Johnson as a sub. We really need to start tightening up in certain positions, folks. It's just not good enough. It's not good enough, especially with a manager that's here for his second season, his second term, and we don't have a second choice striker. So what? Touch wood, it doesn't happen. What if Kyogo gets injured tomorrow? What are we going to do? You're going to play Kun up front, James up front? Do you go with Spanish midfield where you just don't have a striker and you just play as someone as that, number 9 role? I don't really know. It's just such a disaster. It really is a disaster. I know people probably think I'm over dramatic, but I'm not. I'm not going to use my head in this. if Taylor gets injured tomorrow, which what he doesn't, we'll have cover left back. You can play Scales left back as well. You can bring Welch in as well. But the problem is, I was watching a podcast the other night, and they were saying that Stephen Welch, over the last 3.5 years, he's only played 27 games for Celtic. 27 games. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. You know, if it feels like he looks at a ball and gets injured. And I like Welchie. I do like Welchie, but we should be getting better. You know, he'll stay because we need to keep, as I said, the Scottish registration, Scottish players, homegrown players for the Champions League. No, not being over dramatic, Keith. We're 2 injuries away from disaster. Correct. That's it. 2 injuries away from sweats. Like you seen the other day when Kyogo looked like he picked up an injury. There was that pause at Celtic Park. But just, you know, Hibs are a really good physical team. Great. That he'd be out to get blood against Celtic, you know. Home is not good enough for Celtic. They played well in pre-season against decent opposition. Give them 5 games. Over the next 5 games, doesn't turn up, I agree with you. I think there's potential there, but I would have kept Lawal, whatever you want to call him, Bosun. But he looked like he had a bit of potential with him. Looked like a player that could take the ball up. He kind of remind me of Wanyama, you know, that strength, that power, you know, comfortable with the ball. Done well at Fleetwood. You know, Fleetwood's Celtic's different comparison, but I think Stoke are getting a gem there. But yeah, 2 injuries away from disaster. But touch wood, we don't feel we don't put ourselves in that position where we're actually, you know, Greg Taylor's coming off in 30 minutes or Kyogo's picking up an early injury. Coy must be done in. The amount of shoulder injuries he gets. But yeah, that's it. So my prediction for the game, as in regards to score-wise, I'm going to go 2-1. I think Hibs will score against us tomorrow. I think they'll take the lead against us, to be honest. I think we'll get a Matt O'Reilly equaliser. And I'm gonna go Nicholas Cohn for the winner. Something's telling me Jamesy Forrest, but Nicholas Cohn. I'm going 2-1. I'm gonna try get on tomorrow before the game and do it. You know, the starting lineup and have a chat with you. I don't do watch-alongs. Just it's not feasible. 4-0. Need 3 more in, that's for sure. We had to clear out the players, but I think Rodgers is banking on 3 coming in. Yeah, he came out and said in the press conference, he said 2 or 3. He's came out and said it. Like last week, he was keeping his cards close to his chest, but I think he must be pressing on the board. And he's making it clear now that he needs players in. You know, it's not a case we're chasing here. It's a case that we need to just add. You know. Conan's on a mission. Conan is on a mission. I think this season, 100%. O'Reilly hat-trick could be possible. If they get an early sending off, we're flying. I hope it's like the top as well, by the way. Shout out to Ronnie. Shout out to Saturday Heroes for this top. Let's see, can I get the website for you? Here we go. Give Ronnie a good shout out for sorting me out. Look at these t-shirts. He's done really good with this. Just type in Celtic, right? Where is it? Jesus. Bleeding brutal I am. Now, you might think some people might moan about the price, but I'll tell you one thing, the quality is lethal. So the hoodie's 45, but like this is the type of hoodie where I'll probably last you for 4 or 5 years. Look at this, the quality of the stitching as well. It's unreal. There is a stitching there. You can see it on the top. I got this in an extra large. I'm a large, but I just wanted a bit. Tommy Bones there as well. Tommy Burns one. You can get in different colours. Look at light green. Get it in bottle green. You can get charcoal. You get in cream. Different ones. Some of the t-shirts he has is absolutely class as well. He's done a really good job. Love the t-shirt. I think it's a belter. Look at that one. Deadly. Absolute deadly. Sure, shout out to Ronnie, based in Hamilton. Celtic fan as well, as far as I know. Tommy goes to the game, so good skin. New member, thanks very much. Really appreciate it. Thanks very much for the membership. Delighted. Thanks very much. It's like I'm pleading you to join the membership, but look, cost of living. Keep your pounds for an iron brew or a croissant or something, folks. Pay your bills. Keep it for it towards it, jersey, whatever. Nice skins. That's it. It's a business, folks. But that's it. That's the top there. I absolutely love it. Really like it. Came quick as well. I ordered it 10 days ago. I ordered it on the Wednesday, and I had it on the Monday morning. It was quick, quick enough. So thanks very much, Ronnie. Thanks very much. Saturday Heroes, sort me out. Home is not good enough. Not too bad, Chris. Not too bad. Living the dream at 25 to 12. Just over 12 hours to go before the big kickoff at Easter Road on Sky Sports. And you know what I love? When Celtic are on Sky Sports, folks? Chris Boyd. See, when Chris Boyd start ranting about Celtic, we all love it. It's Comedy Central. Don't get me wrong. He was actually giving Celtic compliments last week. I don't know if someone spiked his drink or something like that, but Chris Boyd was actually giving Celtic a bit of praise. I was like looking at me mate. I was on a can of Guinness with me mate, and I was just like, my mate's like, I don't like him. And I was like, Graham, is he actually complimenting Celtic, or am I going a bit lula? But yeah, couldn't believe it. Unbelievable stuff. Easter Road is always an occasion. That's it. As I said, they're killing the occasion because they're cutting the allocation down as well. We're going back at this rate. We're going back to the COVID days with no away fans. Oh Jesus! Thanks very much, Chris. Thanks very much for the won't let me give me a membership, so I'll just donate. Well, there's a donation button there, folks. If you want to donate, you can donate. Thanks very much. That will get me a new ring light. So thanks very much. That will bring up the picture quality, the channel a bit better. But thanks very much for that, Chris. I'm bleeding red here. Legend. Boyd said he thinks Celtic will win the league this season because he knows quite well we will win the league this season. We're going to put them under. We're going to smash them 4 times this season in the league alone. That's why. And that's not me being cocky. That's me being honest. They look like absolute mints at the moment. I watched a bit of them earlier on against Motherwell. I think we're going to do it. I honestly think we'll smash them this season. But we need to get our own house in order. We need to get a left back. We need to get a striker. We need to get a new centre back. You know what? We need to get that free-flowing football like Brendan's 4th season. I know it's a different crop of players. I know that football has changed since 2016, but we need to go out and smash teams. FIFA scores. It's not going to be expecting like that. But well done to the Celtic girls today, winning 9-0 at Paradise. The champions. The champions. It's always good saying the champions, isn't it? I just don't have the appetite watching the women's game at the moment. Look, when the derby's on, I always try watching not the Glasgow City Celtic games, when it's Celtic and Rangers in the women's, I try watch it. But I like to see the girls getting more games at Celtic Park. But I just don't have the appetite. I'm more focused on the men's team. And look, well done to Elena and Kelly Clark and the girls last season. Obviously, was it Amy Gallagher that scored the title-winning goal for us? So, but good stuff. Good stuff to the fans that go and support the girls. Home and away, fair play. It's good to see women's football move up as well in the standards. But my heart's so slowly, fully focused on the men's team. This channel's all about the men's football. You know, I don't want to sound old-fashioned, but it's all about the men's football. We have to congratulate the girls as well when they do well, even when they're having a bad time. You know, Big Fran came in 2019, you know, vamped that team and brought success. Hibs are always a hard spot to go. That's it. They parked the bus. Like, how many 0-0 draws have we got there against Hibs? You know, it's just, we need to have a plan B tomorrow. And what I mean a plan B is start testing the keeper from outside the box. Stop trying to roll the ball in the back of the net. That's what I think about Celtic, is we don't take enough shots from outside the box. And Turnbull was brilliant for that. You know, I want to see Rio do more of it like he did at the start of his career at Celtic. Start testing the keeper, especially Matt O'Reilly. Callum can hit them. You know, we should be testing the keeper more outside the box. Yes, I know most teams put the whole squad, the Sam Allardyce football, you know, park the bus against Celtic, but test the keeper, have a chance. It's good that we scored from a set piece as well, a corner the other day, because I was one of them people that was kind of moaning about, as far as I remember, before Ange came in, we only scored 4 set pieces, corners, in 2 years from corners. Like, that was just desperate enough. Like, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Score prediction for the first All Firm. What we do a rewind back to 2012, is it? Only messing, Killian. I don't even think that far. I don't even think that far ahead. It's my birthday weekend. I'll be big 34 that weekend. I'm trying to get a ticket. So if anyone wants to offer me a ticket to the derby, please throw it at me. I'll be Glasgow that weekend for my birthday, so I'm trying to get a ticket for the game. It's an absolute nightmare. You know, better chance of winning the Euro Millions at this rate. I'm not putting up on my socials that I'm looking for a ticket, because you're going to get people to try to scam me as well. This is what happens. One thing I thought to be not really talk about a keeper. Remember, we have Kasper. Of course, Kasper has to pull up the big saves tomorrow. Kasper, that's what I said. That's what I said to my missus the other day. I said, worrying signs here. She goes, what? I goes, I think I'm gonna love Kasper Schmeichel more than I'm gonna love you, because the way he talks about Celtic, the way he gets Celtic, is like Joe Hart is just in his brain. It's just cracking. And I watched his answers the other day about stuff. He's a good professional. Look, he's 37 years of age, and he probably has another 3 years left in his career. And yeah, he said if he didn't play in goal, he would have been a striker. I don't know if anyone ever seen Kasper Schmeichel's Boise kick for Notts Forest. He almost scores. Back in 2009. I like Kasper Schmeichel. I always had liked Kasper Schmeichel. So me and my friend were sitting down the other day after the game, and he was like to me, Keith, who would be a top 10 English Premier League keepers? And I was like, obviously, Peter Schmeichel would be number 1, Peter Cech, Addison, David De Gea, Jääskeläinen, Pepe Reina, Enan van der Sar. You know, I even said Kasper Schmeichel and Joe Hart. Lloris, no. You know, I know this is a completely different topic, but yeah, we were talking about goalkeepers the other day. We may play in goal for years. That's why he's comfortable with the ball. Nice feet. I was a keeper as well, considering I'm 5'8". I was a keeper. As much as I love Celtic, look, we'll see what happens. You know. So I'm leaving in 4 minutes, folks. I'll try to get back on tomorrow before the game. I'll try to get back on about 11:30 tomorrow and have a podcast, which is try to get on for about 45 minutes. I just want to say a massive thank you to Chris for the donation, becoming a YouTube member, and the lovely tip. As I said, all tips are welcome. All likes, you know, even giving me a like in the video below means the world to me. You watching tonight means the world to me. Seriously, it means the world to me. You know, having this engaging conversation to you about everything means the world. You know, but the prediction for the first Glasgow derby, we're at home. If we get the right ammunition and players in, we don't pick up any injuries before that, I'll be going 3 or 4-0. But Well, it's all, form goes down the window when it comes to these derbies, to be honest, because it's about who wants it more. Who wants it more? And Celtic have no excuse. Yes, they'll have 3,000 fans in the stadium, but if you want them more, get in there. So yeah, I'm not even thinking that far ahead, folks. We have St. Mirren away. We have Hibs at home next week. We have Hibs tomorrow. I don't think that far ahead. See, when people ask me derbies and Champions League games and stuff, I don't think about. I just think about what's ahead of us for this coming week. And I'm not trying to be a spoiler, but it's God honest truth, Love these chats. Would you like to see me do more collaborations with other Celtic podcasts? I know I keep saying it. Would you like me to try get someone on? Like, who would you like me to try get someone on? Like, I can ask, I can DM the person or DM a podcast and ask them would they like to come on and be a guest on the channel. That's the thing with myself with different Celtic fan media. A lot of them do actual fan media, go in and do the press conferences. I don't do it. I work full time. I got to pay bills. I live on my own. I have 2 kids to support. I don't have that cushiony level where I have to work hard, and I'm doing this as well on top of it as well. So why are they cutting the allocation? Because Rangers were acting up last season to do with crowd trouble, so they're taking it on the whole old firm kind of malarkey. So that's the answer there. From Cork, a Brighton fan since '76. They're always behind Celtic at the same time. Agree with the frustration. Get it done under 20 days. 100%. 100%. Get an Axon guy on. I could get an Axon guy on. I can get Lloyd onto the channel. I can get one of the guys on. Yeah, we get an Axon. I might get in touch with Paul John and see can we get Paul John onto the channel one of the nights if he's available. I've done 2 podcasts with Paul John in the past for the Celtic fundraiser weekends for St. Mary's, the Carton. Obviously to help people. But yeah, I can try work on that. I know people have asked me to try get Ryan on and Hamish and stuff like that on the past, but these guys are busy people. Ryan's a busy person. Hamish is a busy guy. Tony's a busy guy. Ryan McGinney's a busy guy. They're all busy people. And fair dues, and they do a really good shift. So I'm looking into maybe doing one early podcast in the morning, like a 7:00 podcast, because surprisingly enough, people be going to work on a train or on a bus and they probably watch. And then people on the other side of the world. So I'm gonna look into doing one a week. I got up there the other morning at 5:00 in the morning to do a couple of videos for you. And I felt good. Felt good getting up and, doing them videos, chatting. I'm a person all about my stats. That's how I keep this channel motivated. I like to sit down and edit these videos and put them up, and you like them, you don't, So yeah. Axon, effect that morning, Gits now. Yeah. Celtic supporters podcast. They're pretty decent guys. I've had Paddy on. Paddy's a really good guy. I've had Dale on as well. Dale's a good guy. I haven't spoke to any other lads. They're pretty decent guys. The unrestricted guys are pretty decent. They're doing a really good job as well. All the podcasts are pretty good. They're all different. They're all different in their own ways. We may talk the same spiel, but they're all different. Got to meet a few of them about 4 months ago in Graces. And a few of them are real welcoming. A few of them are real up their own arses. But it just shows that I'm not being recognised, or just shows that they just don't like me. I don't know why, because I get on anyone like house and fire. I don't think I'm better than anyone. We're all fans. We all want the same cause. We all want to support Celtic and give our opinions. If I was doing fan media and going up to Lennoxtown, I wouldn't walk in and think I'm the God's gift. I'm like, oh, I have more followers than you. Oh, I have more subs than you. Oh, I do this, I do that. No, I'm just a fan trying to ask the manager questions or have a laugh, So yeah. Would you take Callum Robinson? No, I wouldn't take him. Definitely wouldn't. No, I wouldn't rip the piss out of him. You know, obviously he's massive Rangers fan. He's done well with his podcast, and it'd just be funny. You know, it'd just be funny to see him, you know, going into meltdown as much as Chris Boyd or CJ Novo. And look at these lads have done really well what they've done. You know, I'm not. I think they've done well. So, I don't know. I just don't think. Me sitting down with as an Irishman, sitting down with a Rangers fan on a podcast, on a Celtic podcast, it's not gonna be fair in them, because they're just gonna get pelters off certain people, you know. And no, I wouldn't do it. It's not for me. Definitely not for me. That's it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. As I said, I'll get back on tomorrow. I'm off for a week. I had my little girls over from Dublin. I was up from 4:45 this morning, and we flew back to Glasgow, and a couple of kit naps. But roll on the boys tomorrow. Roll on that yellow jersey. We're all dying to see it. All dying to see what Kyogo add to his collection. Will Matt O'Reilly come up with a few goals? Will Alistair Johnson get a crunch and tackle in? You know, obviously the last time Alistair played there, he obviously got that fracture. But fingers crossed won't be anything like that. You know, Kasper Schmeichel's debut. You know, I'm excited about tomorrow. I'm a bit nervous because of, as I said, 2 injuries away. But yeah, mate, I was joking. Hell. Okay. There's no harm asking the question, Chris. There's no harm asking the question. But as I said, if you could do me a favor, just subscribe to the channel if you haven't, or even share this as well. Under the button to be a share button, just share it to me. And if they're interested in watching the channel, fair dues to them. If it's not their cup of tea and you think I'm talking spiel, lock their own bike. But I'm going to leave it there anyway. I'll be back tomorrow, folks. Legends, take care of yourselves. Good night, God bless. Hail, hail. Here we go.